Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Doing well this morning. A few names, guys, just to keep your eyes on that I'm going to be watching today. First is going to be Apple. That's the one we talked about last night in the market review Sunday scan. We are currently down on Apple in pre-market about 50 cents from Friday's close. Going to be looking to see how we handle kind of that 170, 178.50 area on Apple. That's going to be the spot that I want to see break. 178.50 to 179, somewhere in there. I think once we break that to the upside, I think we've got some potential for some really big momentum to the upside there on Apple. So that's what I'm going to be watching going into open. So far, no trigger. It's not going to be a gap and go at open right now on Apple. Some other names that I'm going to be watching as well is going to be IWM. This is a name that, again, looks really, really good if we can break the 177 area. Currently, we're sitting at 174.63, so we are up in pre-market, but we haven't broken over that trigger just yet. Once we do, though, we've got some fluid room up into that 179, and then over 179, we don't have anything until we hit 182.63. So IWM looks good as well, but again, we've got massive gap ups here. We're going to get another gap up here. I just don't know how much longer we're going to be able to gap up continuously until we get some type of consolidation. And then the other name, CrowdStrike looks really, really good. Appreciate this one, LJ, because this one looks really good if we can break. The high is 188.40. I think this is we're going to break out over this level essentially. If I were to throw a level here, if you guys can see the stream, 188.30. I'll drop this in premium chat too, so you guys can see it. The CrowdStrike chart, kind of what I'm watching here. We gapped up before and then we pulled back down, but this is what I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be watching on CrowdStrike. I think this could be a nice opening drive play, assuming QQQ cooperates with us. Currently, Qs are up in pre-market, so tech is pushing higher. So CrowdStrike could be a really, really nice, opening drive play. The other one that I still like that hasn't triggered yet is CRM. We talked about this one last week. A breakout over 210 on CRM probably leads its hand to 212 and then 218.60 as that upside target on CRM. So my triggers are set on CRM for a breakout over that price target. Once it breaks, I'll be looking to get long on CRM. But those are the names that I'm watching. Very small watch list because, like I said on Sunday Scan, there weren't a lot of really nice actionable setups. So we'll see what the market gives us today. But position sizing on the 2K account, we're going to run it one more week. We are going to run about $600 per position, 550 to 600 this week, or at least today. As the account grows, we'll bounce that position sizing up a little bit, but we're going to keep it consistent. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready here. We've got about a minute until open. Going to get my charts ready with Apple, SPY, QQQ. Going to make sure we're ready there, and then going to add CrowdStrike and CRM as well on watch. As we go into open. So also we'll be looking at the Apex data, see if we get a nice trend. Meta could be also a really nice opening drive play too, because we're over the 315 area. So 40 seconds to go, getting my charts ready and then see what the market gives us at open. Yeah, I can show IWM. These are the levels that I have on IWM. Oh, DraftKings could be nice as well too. All right, here goes SPY pushing upside. Watching these Meta 325s here at a dollar 50. They gapped with me without me. I saw them at a dollar 50. I'm not going to chase them now. We'll wait for a pullback on Meta. But some nice strength in QQQ off the gate. Um, Apple looking for this daily breakout here. Going to be watching to see if we get this breakout. Really, pre-market high is going to be that break right around 177.20 on Apple. I think that'll be a nice move. Yeah, so good thing we didn't chase Meta because it pulled right back down. So let me see what contracts I like on Apple because I think this could be a really nice play. It's going for that breakout now. Probably the 180s, $70 a contract. Trying to get filled on the Apple 180s. All right, I took 10 of those Apple contracts here. A little bit more of a riskier trade. But I think if we can keep momentum to the upside, Apple, could potentially break out of this and head to that supply zone overhead. Um, so we'll see if it cooperates with us and pops. We're not playing 0 days, so it's not going to move against us too much here. Um, we'll just see what we get. 43.80 on Apex. Yeah, let's see if we get a move upside here. All right, Apple new hive day breaking out here from the daily downtrend line. So target upside here is going to be into this 178 area on Apple. Pushing new highs now. No, I don't like Meta. It's going, pulling down here, so not under the EMAs, not it doesn't fit my system. It might fit someone else's system, but for me, not a good long entry on Meta right now based on how I like to trade. Let's see what happens here on the daily on Apple. I'm watching it right down here on stream, guys. You can see down here in the bottom part of the screen. Meta could be a good risk to reward just using that 315 level. But SPY's underneath the 435.65 level. So, um, in fact, I think we just pushed a low day on SPY. So, you just need to be mindful of that. Be careful. Wicked bounce there on Apple, by the way. 2 hive day on Apple here. 5% on Apple calls the 180s. Pushing up into this supply zone now and pushing 10%. There we go. 10% on Apple here. That is the daily breakout on Apple. Guys, they're not 0 days, so they're not going to move like crazy. These are weekly contracts. They're moving, just fine for what weekly contracts are. My fill is $70 a contract. Now I'm sitting. They're at $81 a contract, so I'm sitting up 18% now. Which that's pretty good for weeklies. 25% now on Apple contracts. Still haven't scaled anything yet. 30% here. We're in this supply zone, guys, sitting up here at 30%. So just be careful. I think what I'm going to do is take half my position off here, and I'm going to sell half, sitting up 30%, just to make sure that we're locking in some. So I took half off at 30%. And then we'll let the other half run because if we break 178.38, the 180s, I think, go in the money. Back to 25% now. See if we can break this high of day spot. Get a nice 35% move. Yeah, there we go. We just hit 35%. QQQ is exploding. If Apple breaks this spot, guys, I think we're going to get a nice 50% move on these contracts minimum. But again, we're in supply. So just make sure you guys are, scaling appropriately. Yeah, we've already broke the daily trend to the upside. Now it's just a matter of if we can get through this thick supply zone area here, um, which is right there. I'm gonna check it out, Simon. Check out Google. Get the eyes there. Yeah, we just broke a huge key level on Google, 130.78. Um, Man, slapping Google calls here might make a lot of sense. Let's see if we get a retest of that key level. But really, 133 calls are probably actionable. 134 calls, $30 a contract right now. 133s are sitting at $50 a contract. Google left without me. I tried to get filled on it. I was trying to get filled at 50. They popped to 58. So that was a nice 20% trade on Google so far. If anyone took it, really, really nice trade. I'm not going to take Google right now just because I don't want to chase high of day. And typically we will pull back. But Apple, still holding in the supply zone. So we'll see. Apex target is still, let me see. I don't know if it's still 44380. Okay, cool. Yeah, 4380 still. Wow, big dump on Google. That's why you don't chase high of day. Pulled right back down. Keep an eye on coin too. Apple back to 25% here. So with the Apex, like the way I like to trade the Apex is like use the target as like confluence, but I still like to enter SPY on like my strategy, or SPX instead of just chasing high of day, looking for the 4380. Um, Looking to always enter like on the strategy because like SPY just hit low of day. So 0 days probably just got smoked if you chased highs at on that opening candle, and now we're pushing low of day. Just I'd be really really careful with it. Oh, Rod of God's typing. We got some type of volume. New lows on SPY. Cat. Cool. Wow, cat is dumping. I took two cat 235 puts just as a lotto play here. If cat really does dump. Won't hurt me if it doesn't. Only two contracts. But if we keep falling, I don't have anything on cat until about 238, and then next spot is 230, 235, 227 is the next big level on the larger time frames. Apple's holding value relatively well. New low of day on cat, up 10% now on cat. Apple's back to 25%. on Apple. Break highs, break out of this area. 35% on Apple now. Cat's dumping still. Nice eyes on that rod. I'm up 15% on cat. There goes Apple. 50% now on Apple. Still have half the position left on Apple too, by the way, guys. So our net P&L is up 35% right now. 55% now on Apple. All right, so I've got 3 contracts left on Apple. Cat is up 40% right now, guys. Anyone take cat with Rod? Wow. We are up fat this morning. 50% now on cat. Oh my god, it's dumping. Rod of God living up to his name. Bro, insane. Insane. 50% super, super easy right there on cat. That's crazy. Apple is going counter the market right now. I've got 3 contracts left on Apple, but we're back in the supply zone, so we couldn't break out over it. Like we couldn't get a sustained breakout. I really want to see us push and get a 5-minute candle close above 178.38. And I think if we do that, we've got a chance to run to 180 on Apple. All right, I sold cat, guys. Took my profits and ran on cat. Rod's been putting a lot of time and work into his scanners, guys. So that's why I said when he's typing, I pay attention. 60% on Apple now. Sold one more contract on Apple at 60%. Let's go. People are getting wicked out of SPY and QQQ like crazy, and we're just trading the smoothest name to the upside, 65% stress free on Apple. As soon as you break out of that daily trend line, it was just one red candle so far. Stress free trading is the best kind of trading that you can do. Q's making new lows. Let's go, Dempsey. I've got two Apple contracts left. 45% green will be my stop on these. So it's just a mental stop. Like if we pull down, we're sitting at 50% on the open P&L. If we pull down to 45%, I'll just close them out because I'll lock in. Essentially, a dollar is my stop loss on the cons from a mental stop standpoint. Ideally, we stay exposed to this trend as long as we can, but SPY and QQQ are pushing low of day. So again, this is where you got to be careful using that Apex data. I think the targets do come true. On Webull, it's on the top right. Go into your open position. On the top left, you'll see open P&L. On the top right, you'll see days P&L. So you'll see the net P&L. I don't know how other brokers use it because not everyone uses Webull. But that's how I look at my net. Either that or on your main page, you can just scroll over on your position and you can get your days P&L there as well under where it says my positions. All right, sitting back at 60% now. I don't want you guys to miss what Rod's typing out. So he's been typing a lot of things in the premium chat, but I want you guys to be able to see that. So now he can type in signals and tag everyone when he sees something that he's looking at, which will be super, super helpful. He called out Cat, guys, and Cat's just continuing to dump. As soon as I got in with the an entry at, what was it, 113. They're now sitting at 162. So a nice 45% trade on Cat. Very stress free, very easy. Yeah, we're gonna make him a channel. I'll do it today as soon as I get off here. I'm gonna make a channel for him to be able to post kind of in the premium zone here. Inside bar and consolidation setups. We'll just call it Rod's. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet, but it's gonna be basically Rod's channel where it's just gonna be him posting his inside bar, consolidation setups, things like that. Cat's continuing to push lower too. That's insane. He gave that to everybody on a platter. 4380 still on Apex, which is interesting. Apex's gamma exposure, beta price target. Um, so it's given like an SPX price target basically. It's worked the last 2 weeks. See if it works again. That yeah, yeah. There is a website. I'll drop it for you. Well, I think it works because it's all based on gamma exposure, but it works a lot better when it's a trend day because then it's just you just ride it all the way up to the target. That's why I said like with the Apex data, I like it. I just would make sure that I'm playing with the target in mind based on my system. So again, if we're trending down and the target is up, I'm gonna wait until the trend shifts upside and then I'll ride it up. Like for example, right here, Apex is starting to or SPY starting to change trend shift, right? We've kind of put in like a bottom where we're rounding a little bit. What some traders would say, we're curling a little bit here. Apple's kind of led the entire way. Apple's been strong. Back to 65% here on Apple. If we can break highs, guys, I think we'll see a, 75, 80% move. 75% now on Apple. Yeah, it's good to have Gyro back. Now we need some force field magic. Coin's about to break a high of day two. Lee has earnings on Thursday too. Watch coin upside, guys, because coin breaks 89 here. I think we got a chance to get 90, and then I don't have anything on coin until oh, my levels aren't on. I was like, why are my levels on? I don't have anything until 91 on coin if we break 89. There's 89 break on coin. And it's going. Not gonna buy high of day. Gonna wait for the pullback. Spy's just trapping people left and right now. This is if you guys are trying to trade this chart, not a chart that I would want to be trading. Yuck on Spy. Meta testing holiday bonuses for creators on Instagram. Nasty sell candle on QQQ. What's Microsoft doing? Oh, Microsoft looks really good here, guys. On coin, what we want to see here is for me, I want to see the EMA separate because what you've got on coin is that as an EMA trader, as a trend trader, I want to buy pullbacks in trend. So look at the EMAs right there on coin. See how tight they are together. What I want to see is some candles continuing to the upside to give us some, which we're seeing now. We're starting to see this a little bit. Um, Once those EMAs start to separate, then I'm going to look at pullbacks in the trend. I'm just wondering if Microsoft like 360 calls make sense here. Um, we break 356.86. These are the levels. I charted these last night, guys. If you remember on Sunday Scan, we looked at these levels all the way back from July of this year. These levels formed when Swaggy called out that massive AI news trade on Microsoft. These levels are the levels that formed, and you can see how well they've been respected here. So the 365s on Microsoft are only $74 a contract, and I think if we break 356, we've got a chance for these things to go, crazy. The only thing I don't like is that QQQ hasn't joined the party yet. But I think once Microsoft breaks out, then we could potentially see, a fairly big move on these contracts.
Morning, sir. Bro.
Hey, what's up, driver? Good, bro. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like you got a cold.
Everybody's getting sick over here. Guys, missed you all. Thank you so much again for the love, the prayers, the messages. It was definitely needed for sure. Even my wife, she's like, I thought you were playing around this whole time with a bunch of people. It's like, nah, it's my family here.
So I like these. Yeah, I like these Microsoft 365s, guys. But we need to break 360 or 356 86, and then I want to see a 5 minute hold it, and then we'll get long in those to for a push up. Um, I like them a lot here at like $82 a contract. I liked them at $75 a contract, and then they popped. But 365 calls. Just gonna be patient, not gonna front run anything. Just chilling in the Apple call still because Apple's still in trend. Higher highs, higher lows.
Come back and Rock has already approached it. I was I gone for like
Yeah.
a week? That's my blur. I'm so happy. Best.
Yeah, bro. While you were gone, he called out a few, and I told everyone, I was like, when he starts typing, make sure you guys watch what he says. And they're like, oh, sometimes I can't see it. I'm like, all right, we need to make sure he can type it where people can see it. But yeah, today Cat was like 50% in like 10 minutes. And last week it was I forget which one he called last week, but he said the same thing. He was like volume, and then like 30 minutes later, the play was up 300%.
Is a genius, and he's a coding genius. Like, if you guys know who Stockman Trading is, his algo, went to Rod for help in that algo. So Rod is the real deal. So anything that he does as far as indicators, like this dude is straight up like prestige worldwide level. So, like, this dude is just he's the best, man. I'm so glad I met him. Work together.
Oh, that's what it was. It was Okta that went crazy last week. They had the breach. They're like a security company. They do like two-step authentication security for like big large companies, and they had a security breach.
His volume, just so everybody know, another like for reals. He developed a faster. Um, we watched the volume scanner on YouTube. Everybody, you know how we watch, some of us watch that. His tick scanner is faster than that one. He'll catch the volume spike a lot faster than the YouTube stream that we see. That's how good his is. I don't know how he did it, but 100%, he deserves it.
Yeah, he's good with it. He's good with his he's the magician with the coding for sure.
I'm so glad he's here, honestly. It's dumping force field here.
New lows on SPY. Yeah, SPY's chart's just not it's not a chart I would want to be trading. Exactly, tribal. That's what scaling's all about. Oh, really?
Yeah, he's sick, and he's like a professional. He's a professional gamer, so he's another dog of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's my homie.
He's like, nah, I'm not a pro gamer. I am the gamer.
But I haven't seen you. Oh, my bad, bro. That's someone else.
He's like, that's my other boy.
From that You know what I'm saying? He's a yeah, yeah. No, I knew he traveled. Bro, this is Corona chapter 9. It's a bit of freaking Alzheimer's. You know, about to reveal some secrets here with this.
Yeah, we can make we had a code in the other group I was in, when we would get like an EMA cross. So it would ping us every time like spies 1348 EMA cross, so you could get ready for a 2-minute strategy setup play. We could do the same thing, it's very easy to do that. Then at least it would.
Downside.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Jara?
Looks good for the downside now.
Yeah.
Entering the force field here. I know this force field is 432.72.
New lows on SPY. I think Mr. 28 called it out too. He was like, I think SPX sees 4320. SPX has a big gap. If we lose yeah, dang, if we lose 430, 450, I think we could see a nice drop on SPX. Target change, not yet. Still 4380.
What's going on with that?
Oh, sorry, it did change. 4340 now. Yeah, it's here, I'll show you guys.
Oh, cool.
4340. So anyone that bought like calls expecting it to just rip, you really got to play, careful with it.
This is where the price target is. That's where.
Yeah, that's where it should go to based on gamma exposure. But it doesn't always. The last couple weeks, it's hit the target every single time. Today was the first day. I think the first target hasn't been hit, which is interesting. But anytime you have choppy days, it's hard for the target hit. But here, I think we could see the downside target hit 4340, especially if we break 4358 on SPX. I think we can see that downside move.
Yeah, we're at pivotal level. SPX was persistent in support, and then now it's 4358.
All right, I just closed the last of my Apple trade, guys, just to get out of it 25%. We'll see if it goes or not, but it's a good feeling to be up, over 7% on the account on a Monday on 2 trades. Very little stress.
I'm looking at the 433 puts on SPY right here. 29 bucks per contract. And cap broke that huge level. This thing might jump even more now.
I just filled Microsoft, guys. I'm going to take this trade. 365 calls at $78. Especially with QQQ rebounding on the 5-minute the way that it is. I think we we get this candle close here, we could see a big move on Microsoft to the upside. Up 5% on this. Oh, wow. There's Microsoft. It just broke 10% now on Microsoft. Dang. Talk about timing that perfectly.
Oh,
Wow. SPY rips here. Target's back to 4380 on Apex too.
so it's constantly changing.
Yeah, it changes based on the gamma exposure levels.
All right, all right.
Let's see if we get this minute and 40 seconds. Ideally, we get a candle close on the 5 over 357 on Microsoft and, make our way up into that 360. 363 is the next big level to the upside that I have from the, I think it was like July 18th, July 19th timeframe. But Microsoft looks like it's got the juice to go. The EMAs are spread out. I think we've got like everything's in a line here for this to go, especially if Apple continues higher for Microsoft to keep going. Big bounce on SPX. I didn't want to lose that level that I told you about, 4358. We held that really well. And yeah, now we had a bearish engulfing on the 5 minute, last 5 minute candle on SPY and QQQ, and now we've kind of got a bullish engulfing candle on both these charts right now. Come on, Microsoft. If Qs can break 368.63 on the 5, I think we've got a chance to see the market push higher. I'm not sure where the VIX is at right now.
So it's gonna send it pretty around 13:15. It's getting tight.
Yeah, if this thing can break downside to under 15, we'll see a really nice upside move. Eight cons strain wars. I think I typed it into 2K. Yeah, Microsoft 365.78, 8 contracts. Back up 6% now on the Microsoft trade. I want to see a high a day with a huge breakout to 360. Give us another nice 50% trade to work with. VIX is below the 9 EMA on the 5. Yeah. Yeah, VIX dumps, guys. We're going to get a big move here.
Oh, they broke from that 10 minutes. Now watch.
Back to 10% here on Microsoft 365s. Imagine if they just bless us with like a news headline. Rip us $17 from here, $20 like they did in July.
Oh, that looks good now.
Yeah, volume stepping in. High of daybreak coming here on Microsoft. Come on, Microsoft. There's 5-day breakout. 15%
Oh,
again.
here we go.
Vinny called it. Microsoft has a chance, guys, to be a massive, massive trade. Come on, give us a 20% move up here. SPY back at this key level here, 435, 65. We break out of this, we could see a big, big move up. What did Oracle just tweet?
Neo.
Neo.
Mercedes. According to Mercedes Insider, Neo proposed a partnership.
Interesting. Yeah, I took half off of Microsoft here, guys, at 10%, just to be careful in case this candle is a liquidity grab. So even if we fall back down to break even, it's still going to be a green trade for us on Microsoft. I just don't like the way that 5-minute and 2-minute did what it just did. Wasn't my favorite. And if it goes, if Microsoft goes and we only have half our position, that's okay because we're still, risk management is the key as we're trying to grow this account. All right, I'm out of Microsoft, guys. Small green trade for me.
Nasty.
Yep. We're now up 7.6% on the account after that, little small green blip we got there. I might re-enter Microsoft for round 2. Apple still looks decent too. For a breakout of this supply zone, Apple might be the round 2 that I like to get into versus Microsoft. Back into the 180s. Let me see what they're priced at. $92 per. The 182 fives look good on Microsoft or on Apple. Um, I'm gonna try and take them. See if I got filled. I did get filled on these. 20 contracts at $33 per 182 fives. 33 per. Looking for a break here. Back to Hive Day on Apple with SPY and QQQ starting to push a little bit here. Let's see if we get it. This is the key level here. Hey, what's up, Eric? What's up, Arjun? Good morning, guys, over on stream. I still think Apple has the juice, guys, to do it with Q's kind of reverting its trend a little bit here to the upside. Um, I think this trade still can work out for us. We're sitting right here at break even at $33 a contract on the 182 fives. We break high of day. I think the 180s get into the money, and then I think 182 fives see a really nice bump in premium value. But there's a reason I haven't traded SPY and in QQQ today yet because they're just to me there's not a lot of direction for me. Whereas Apple, I can see that we're strong. You know, I can see that Microsoft is strong, but with SPY and QQQ, I can't say that with the level of certainty that I can say it for some other individual names. These contracts have a high of $45 a contract at high today, 182 fives. We do that again, that's like a 40% trade. So 40% is kind of the target here that we're looking for on this trade. If we can run back to high of day. Again, just sitting here at break even on 182 fives. Minimal risk in my eyes, but the potential for a 40 or 50% trade to the upside here if SPY starts working with us on Apple. Target is still sitting at 4380. Meta pushing high of day to that 319 level. All right, here we go. Moving on Apple here, up 5%.
I don't know if anybody caught those spy calls with me, but we're able to hold 435. So I'm looking at access first target.
Let's get it. Let's go get high day. Friday's high on Meta Lampman is 315.55. Unless I'm missing something. But I see 315.55 as Friday's high on Meta. Technically speaking, SPX did break out of this this downtrend that we were in. So from a technical standpoint, I would be thinking that SPY is going to go higher. We just need to get some candle closes above these EMAs. I think we're trading a little sideways right now. I think if we can break 435.65 on SPY, we'll get a move up high of day, and then 437 is the next target that I have on from my levels. All right, come on, Apple. Give us a 20%, 40% move. Give us something. These contracts have like a premium resistance at $35 per. We need to break that. %83 put volume on SPY right now, according to Apex. There's the breakout on Apple. $36 a contract right now. $37 a contract. We're up 10% now.
Get this money. Come on.
We just need SPY to rip.
Yeah. Volume.
4380 Brodusky hasn't changed yet since it flipped back bullish. Yeah, SPY's moving now. Keep eyes on Microsoft too. Microsoft might pop if the whole market's going to go here again.
It's trying to hold above the 200 EMA on the 2-minute as well. Need volume.
I took Microsoft, guys. 5 contracts, 365 round 2. Smaller position size at 81 per. Because if we break out, I think Microsoft has a chance to go here. Here goes Apple.
Let's go. Wait.
15% now on Apple. SPY breaks this spot. We're going to rip. Come on.
For Q still crazy resistant from previous training. Let's go. There we go. Q's. Come on. Oh.
Wow, there it goes. SPY's breaking this level now. Apple 20% now.
You're alright, they got bottom two, bro.
You got 1 penny from the bottom of the day.
They're up by 35% from that.
Microsoft 5%, Apple 20% right here. We got to break high day on Apple, and then I think we'll see a nice move into the 180 spot.
45% now.
Let's go. There's high day snap on Apple.
Oh, let's go.
Bro, I still had a bear bias. It's just that I was like, okay, it's holding it. Yeah, it's still long. I was like, let me try.
All right, guys, I scaled some Apple there at 25%. Still hanging on to Microsoft, looking for a high day snap on Microsoft.
Bro, it looked like Keon made that move. The Apex, like, my tripping, like, everybody's using this thing. My targets for SPY so far.
179 is about to hit on Apple. Wow, Apple's ripping now, guys. 30% now on Apple.
Let's go. Oh, market high is 435.91 on SPY.
Microsoft's lagging this move, but I'm still staying exposed to Microsoft in the 365 calls. They're currently down $4 a contract. Now they're down $1 a contract.
Yeah, man, I broke from range.
Bro, Microsoft's gonna make me mad if this thing can't get going. It's been a nice trend. It's just it's slow. This one might take a little bit of time for it to work out, but the good thing is we're in weekly contracts. We're not in 0 days, so we're not going to get completely ran over by theta. Arjan thesis on Apple is just relative strength, daily trend line break, and we're up $2 on the day now. So um, just playing those daily patterns. Really, really nice setup for us on Apple. Selling back down on SPY now. All right, I'm gonna close the rest of my Apple 182.5s, guys. Sorry, stopped out on Microsoft, guys, and closed rest of Apple. So sitting just cash right now. 1L on the day, which is Microsoft. So keeping the risk management tight. 8% on the account today so far. Pretty good considering the choppy nature of where we're at with SPY and QQQ. Yeah, Costco is really good. As far as levels here, I don't have anything until 574. The last level I had was 565, which we broke out of today. But yeah, we've got room up on Costco for sure. 5 minute. Man, I wish we would have traded Costco. That's a great 5 minute chart. It wasn't even on my radar to be honest, but you guys can see how the levels played really well. As far as break a level, hold it, go to the next level, hold it, go to the next level. Retest worked on Costco this morning on those two levels. WM's trying to hold this 172.63 level now. It's got a price alert on Oxy that just hit. Wow, Oxy to the downside. What a trade.
Yeah, it's breaking that range.
I was like really loud on your microphone right there. I just want to make sure it wasn't me that it was the only one it was super loud for.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like really loud right now. I was like, dang, he's like in my ear right now. I really want to try Microsoft again, and I almost should have held Microsoft because it's just holding these EMAs, and I think it's gonna explode.
Is it better now?
It's still louder than what it was. I'm gonna try Microsoft again with the. Well, did it fill me? The 365s again. 5 contracts again. $80 per.
Bro, what is the chat saying? Is it still out?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still loud.
Yeah.
Say something else again?
Actually, bad.
Oh, okay, that's not yeah, it's a little bit, quieter now.
What is it?
Yeah, I wanna smoke Microsoft so bad because I think this setup is so clean. It's just riding these EMAs. I really think if we break high day on Microsoft, these things are gonna go absolutely nutty. Like, they're sitting right at break even right now, right at $80 per, but I took 5. If you guys are still in them from the $81 entry, now I just have a dollar entry less. So I lost 15% on the first trade, so I'm gonna you know, try and take this trade green, see what we can do with it. But again, gonna keep risk management tight here. Big stick on QQQ's 5-minute bullish engulfing.
I want to say I was making love to the mic.
Yo, it's back.
What is happening, bro?
You get it? Like, are you speaking closer to your mic? Sometimes when you speak
My
real,
mouth is inside the mic.
yeah. Sometimes when you speak real close to it, it'll I do remember that, Tyler. Yeah, I remember going when I was younger playing travel baseball. We would run like Xbox back then. You'd have to run like cords between the hotel rooms to like connect your Xbox games. So we'd have like cords running all throughout the hotel. I think it's not as loud now.
That's it. Oh,
It's kind of breaking out a little bit, breaking in and out. 5% here on Microsoft. Come on, break Hive day for us one time. Help me help you. Oxy continuing to sink. You're like cutting in and out now, Gyre. Try and say something again. Yeah, I can hear you now. It kind of sounds like it's cutting in and out though. If you're trying to talk again, though, you might have to disconnect and come back in. All right, come on, Microsoft.
wasn't that?
No, it's cutting in and out. Top on Google. Yeah, double top on Google for sure. Rabid. So if we break out of 131, that's probably the trigger long on Google.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
I'm like a fool out here.
You figure out what was it like a setting or something?
It's both like the input volume and then the sensitivity. Oh, I don't know. That's hilarious. That's what people were saying the whole time. Very white. Okay.
Said speaker in 2 minutes. Oh, we got bond auctions starting tomorrow. Man, Apple is just a really nice trend right now. Microsoft's trending really nicely too. It just needs to get going. Is what it needs. Need a high day break. Think if we can break 357.40 on Microsoft, we'll see the move. Fed speaker in a minute. Oh shoot, I forgot. We don't even have the wow. For some reason I didn't turn the news on. My bad. I'm like, where's all the news at? I hate this manual. I wish there was like a way to manually turn it on and off.
I'm still on my calls, but we gotta do something about this. Let's push right here.
This might be the juice we need. Cook isn't going to comment on monetary policy or rate outlook, according to Fast Stock Market News. There's Cook leaving with his no comment, picking up his briefcase. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about practice.
You know what he tells reporters in that video?
What?
Oh, no, don't say it. he tells the reporters do better. He just gets up and tells the reporters to do better.
Oh, is that really what he says?
Yeah, because they were asking him the stupid questions in the playoffs. He just gets up and he looks like a brat too. So he just tells the reporters do better.
He's got his like Birkin briefcase. It's like $50,000. Like,
oh, you can see that suit. It's shorts. It's not pants.
really?
But he looks like a schoolgirl. Yeah.
No way.
So weird.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Apple's about to break high of day. It's going to go for that 179 break. What's I haven't been looking at Nvidia. We're looking on Nvidia. We've recovered a little bit. Yeah, XLE's bouncing. The actionable pullback, I think, MJ on IWM was the 1045 candle. Shooting star candle over the 9 EMA on IWM, and just holding it, for that move down under 172.63. I think 0 days probably went really crazy right there. Let's see. Yeah, they went like 30% on that move, 45%. Yeah, that was perfect. Like if you have a 173 level, that was a perfect level to play from because it even acted as like an intraday pivot. think I have 172.97. Held it, broke it, retested it with the EMAs there. That was really, really clean. All right, come on, Microsoft. Apple's going to go for 179 again. I just need Microsoft to give me a pop so I can get out.
Posted a Piton yesterday on Twitter, the watch right here, and then today, went 100% on the puts.
It went 100%.
Yeah, just to move from edge to edge.
Nice. Microsoft back up 5%.
On SPY.
I know SPY's going to try and do it here.
Oh, what a troll freaking Jimmy Butler is. Like, every introduction picture of him in any games is that emo picture. So he did it for that. So that every single game they put that picture. Every single time. He's such a troll, man.
I just like your comment. You're like, cut my life into pieces.
Bro. What a genius, dude. That's hilarious. Like, you see a lineup of all of them just smiling, looking normal, and then Jimmy Butler over here looking like he has glow sticks in his backpack, you know?
You guys don't know this, but Jaira's hair is actually cut the same way.
Bro, dude, why did you tell him that? Bro.
Just wait till you get wait till you get the docs. You should have like a FinTwit like lineup. You gotta get like media day, first day of the year. Everyone's got to get their pictures taken.
I got a little blonde streak to them, dude. So this what separates me from the rest, dude.
Apple's ripping, by the way, guys. 179.12 now, high day. Q's going for it.
Oh my god. That scared the crap.
Yo, Swaggy, I didn't know that was you.
Oh my.
Bro, he did you wrong. He was like, that's Jaira right there.
Bro, tell me that dude didn't have game with like 70 girls following him in middle school.
His MySpace profile was popping.
Oh, dude. Had a bunch of bling everywhere, dude.
You guys remember the belts with like the you could get them at like Hot Topic that have like the silver I don't know what you call them, silver spikes on them, like the bikes. Yeah. And then everybody had like the chains on their pants, like the emo chains. And it wasn't a complete outfit unless you were rocking like the Etnies or like some type of skateboarding shoe or something.
The DCs?
Yeah, the DCs. At one point, it was the Fat Farms. If you guys remember those.
Oh, come on.
Yo, Apple's ripping.
That was the saddest point in my life. Affliction tea? Oh my goodness.
Low-key, I want to go find a pair of Heelys somewhere like on eBay. Just run around with them.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
The Osiris's D3s. Apple hype day again. SPY's going to break that prior pivot, that 435.88, it looks like.
Bro, 95% of people were wearing skating gear. Like, 6% of them you ask me.
Arjun, I watch the news on the Trade Exchange news desk. That's where I get it all from. Apple's ripping, guys. Man, I wish I would have held some of those Apple 180 calls. What are they sitting at right now? $1.31 from 70. So that's a 90% move on Apple 180s. Nice work, MJ. Now, I'd like to get some continuation here on QQQ. I think we might have broke out a trend on Qs. As long as we don't fall back down into trend. I'm just playing this trend on Microsoft too. Hoping we just continue to go higher. But it's riding the EMAs. If you take that trend off and you just throw EMAs on there, we're riding the EMAs. Qs right back down, SPY right back down, just chopping. Nasty candle on QQQ. I'm just glad I'm not trading Qs right here because this is some chop for sure.
Remember the rubber band pants? That's not straight up. What you didn't put rubber bands in your pants?
What is Apex at? I'll let you know. Apex is still at 43.80. Yeah, still sitting there. Yeah, still in Microsoft.
Come on, SPY. Messing with me. Hey, Strat, do you know what these are?
What's that?
You know what these are right here? The pictures I just sent?
Oh, I feel like I should. They remind me of The Big Loco dude, what are they? If you tell me, I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah."
They're homies.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Um, that was it, dude. I had lowriders and I had freaking homies all over the place. Dude. What memory unlocked? Like freaking Assassin's Creed. Blunt is back there right now.
This was Jair's car in high school.
Oh, bro. Oh my.
Then this man got married. He was like, "Man, I gotta trade this in, babe. I gotta get a Tesla. Like, it's just time to trade this lowrider in."
He looked like a regular civilian now.
He said that was my foreshadowing into marrying into Latino culture. Get married. Oh man, sock check. If it's not putting out sparks, it ain't low enough. All right, come on, Microsoft. Any day now, we can get going.
Bro, if you didn't have one of these in the hood, you respect. Straight up, bro. Those blankets, what, dude?
Bro, I guess I'm not from the hood because I never had one of them blankets, but I want one now. Like, you catch me sleeping, you better start praying when you see me.
Oh, COVID would have been over in 2 weeks if we got these back now. I'm telling you right now, I would have solved every call.
He said, "Tell me you can't smell the laundry detergent."
I can smell freaking pink. Oh, you don't even know this. The pink soap bar. Oh, dude. Your hood right here. This government cheese hood right here.
I'm about to go to the
You
Hispanic.
can smell a Mexican kid coming walking a mile away with the bro.
I'm going to the Mexican or the Hispanic market today. I'm gonna get to see if they got detergent there. I'm gonna try
Bro,
it.
be careful. You get stopped a lot. If you start smelling
Bro, I've already got Fabuloso for the floors. I've got that scent's locked right now.
people think a freaking cleaning crew came in here trying to clean, dude. You got some fabuloso in that dude.
She asked me what color we like to. I was like, I'll take the purple Fabuloso.
The original flavor. Give me that. Oh, that picture's so immaculate.
Have you guys ever had homemade tortillas made, like fresh tortillas?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're if you haven't, you're missing out.
But
Patience uses them every week. I'm about to come get some.
I'm about to start bumping Bone Thugs and Harmony right now, bro, with all this retro speaking. Oh, dog. I'm gonna go buy a bandana right now. Matter of fact.
Make a bandit. All right, I'm going to get empanadas for lunch today. There's a place right near me that makes them fresh every single day.
Nobody knows yet, like what country the bananas come from, because everybody wants to claim them from South America or Central America. Nobody knows from. But people's Argentina. There you go. All the professionals coming out. Wait, Patience, you're from Chile, dog? That's crazy. All right. I look at my South American.
He's like, ain't nobody going to touch the Peruvian dragon, though. All right, we're back up 5% on Microsoft here. Let's see if we can get a high day break. And Apple looks really good, guys. Apple's just trended on the EMAs today. Crazy. It's crazy too that Apple like was the nicest looking chart that I saw last night, and we took it for 65% today. After we broke that daily downtrend, that was like super, super nice move.
Swag, everybody.
All right, bro.
Bless.
Take it easy, bro. Microsoft's still trending. Apple's pushing highs here. So, my instinct is to stay exposed to this trend as long as we can. As long as we're staying in trend and we're holding the 9 EMA, I want to be exposed and ride this as high as this thing goes. I think we got to get a high of day break, and when we get that high of day break, we'll see a nice move. We'll see if Qs participate. Yeah, Pedro, that's exactly what I'm looking at on Microsoft. There's just a really, really nice trend. 15-minute is trending very well. We got our first 15-minute candle close at 11 o'clock over that 356.86 level. Now we just need to see continuation and push to the upside. Apple, really nice trade on Apple. Hindsight, same thing, Melmo. I probably should have held a few as well because Apple just pulled back into trend and, just kept going. But, green over greed. So I'll take a green day any day of the week. New low of day on IWM as well. Yeah, price action is we're just slowing down. I think we're not seeing a lot of range. The one thing that is interesting to me though on SPY's 5 minute, I'll drop this for you guys so you can see it. This potentially could be something to play on SPY here. Let me turn off the EMAs on the 5 minute. You guys can see this is getting tight. We break upside here. I think we could see quite a nice move. 435, 75. We break that. I think we'll get high of day at 436. I don't know if we'll see the same move as QQQ last week. I'm just looking to see if we just stay exposed to this trend, right? As a trend trader, I just want to stay exposed to the trend as long as I can. Um, so yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go. It could, for sure, could do the same thing, but I don't like Friday. We had like an intraday pivot on QQQ that we broke out of, and we went all the way to our next level. We don't really have an intraday pivot on Microsoft right now. We just have a trend that's going up very steadily. So I think if we can break that, we'll see a really nice move. Um, break high of day, that is. We'll see a nice move up in the trend. SPY, if we can break 436.75, I think we see a pretty nice move as well to the upside, back towards highs. But we're sitting right at break even here on Microsoft. $80 per contract. That's right where we're sitting. Yeah. They messed up so bad, the Fed. I feel like they're the ones that got us into this inflation issue. You can't just hand people free money and then expect that there's not going to be any type of inflation surrounding it. Yeah, they'll just hope it away. Let's just give everyone a few $1,000 and all be well. First 5 minute candle close under the 9 EMA on Microsoft. Just throwing that out there. But it held the key level that I have. Right on the key level, actually. 356.82. It closed at 356.83. SPY's 5 minute broke that consolidation pattern, so we could see a potential move down on SPY. But again, outside of Microsoft and Apple, to the upside, really nice trends. IWM, really nice trend to the downside. Those are the names as a trend trader that I want to be trading versus trading the choppier names. Yeah, DWAC does have some volume here, guys. Just be careful on the spreads on DWAC because they're notoriously they can be a little wide from a spread standpoint. So all right, SPY could be a nice scalp to the downside here now that we've broken pattern. 435.35. Break that, which we just did. We could see a nice scalp opportunity down here. I'm not going to scalp it down. It doesn't fit my risk to reward, but could be a scalp entry back down into that 435 area. I'm still just hanging on to Microsoft, down $5 per contract right now, or five. What is it? 6%? Yeah, down 6%. See if Apex is still showing. Yeah, 4380 price target still. Call to put flow on SPY is 74% puts, 26% calls. All right, I'm out of Microsoft, guys, at $71 per contract. So lost 45 bucks on that trade. Not anything crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same thing, Shindy. Um, up about 7% on the account. So I just don't like this price action, and I don't want to sit here and guess. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, we could scalp SPY to the downside and guess, get it wrong, and then now I'm down versus what I was if I would have just walked away." Um, but yeah, Green Day on a day like this is a complete win. We executed very, very well today, I feel like. And so I want to caution you guys not to give anything back that you've made. What I'm going to do is step away, go grab some lunch, and then I'm going to come back for the afternoon session because we still have buying power on the 2K account. So I'm going to step off of stages. If Swaggy stays on, he'll stay on, or he might step away as well. But what I'll do is if no one's on stages when I come back, I'll start it back up and ping you guys and see if we have an afternoon move that we could, take advantage of around, 2:30, 3 o'clock going into power hour for the last hour of the day. Oh, wait. Fast stock market news said Dell moving with volume upside. What do those options look like? Spreads are terrible. %15 growth year over year. Some opinion article. I don't know if that's AI server demand well above industry average. It's not moving much off that. Pulled it right back down. So yeah, guys. All right, I'm gonna step away till about 2:30. Come back for power hour, see what we've got. We got a little bit of buying power left in the 2K account. So we'll see what we can come up with. We also have a lot of earnings this week too. So don't do anything stupid in this chop, please, please, please. Always remember your job as a trader is to protect your capital. So we came in executed at a very high level today, up about 7% on the account. Some of you probably even more. And at the end of the day, that's the goal, is to come here and do this every single day and then come back tomorrow and do the exact same thing. And if you can do that 5 days in a row, 7% on the account, you're going to be up close to 50% of your account in a week, right? But just based on compound interest. Crazy. I mean, like we're moving right along on the 2K account. Knock on wood, but have a chance to, hit a double on the account in 1 month and hit 4K, double the account by the end of the week. I think we've got a real good opportunity, real good shot at doing that. So that's going to be the focus. Just trading at a high level, and trading these setups right now for me is not accretive to high level because I don't see a lot of good setups. So yeah, Seeger, to your point, the daily is it's kind of crazy on SPY right now. Just a big doji, big chop, kind of no real clear direction just yet. So inside day so far on SPY, which could be big for the rest of the week if we, because that's a consolidation pattern when you have this on SPY. So we'll see what SPY gives us, but right now, gonna step away. That's the like Will said, that's the discipline. Disciplined traders will step away when you don't have an edge in the market, and it's almost like playing at a blackjack table when you don't have an edge and you just continue to sit there and gamble your money in. I don't have an edge because I don't see any really good setups right now, so I'm gonna step away for a little bit. But when I come back at 2:30 for power hour, I'm hoping that we get some type of move potentially that we can see. So I'll be back on in a little bit, guys, but I'm going to step away until power hour. Great morning session so far. Again, be very careful as you guys are trading. I just don't want to see anyone do anything crazy or anything stupid that will negatively impact their ability to take a trade tomorrow when Swaggy, Gyra, myself, Rod calls out some 100, 200, 300, 500% play. Make sure you guys are being vigilant with your money and diligent with it. So I'll talk to you guys in a few hours. Be back for power hour and talk to you soon.